It's time for Eastmont Wildcat girls basketball on the NCW Life Channel. High school sports on the NCW Life Channel is brought to you by the Walkabout Grill in Wenatchee and Leavenworth. TC Slingers, they'll place the material for you. Confluence Health, Wenatchee's premier treatment center. Les Schwab Tires in Wenatchee and East Wenatchee. The Windmill Restaurant in Wenatchee. And the Wenatchee Racquet and Athletic Club. Now let's go courtside at Eastmont High School alongside Grant Olson. Here's NCW Life Sports Director Eric Granstrom.
Good evening, basketball fans. Welcome to Eastmont High School, where we have a great Big Nine matchup tonight between the Eastmont Wildcats and the Moses Lake Chiefs. The girls go first, ladies first, and I'll tell you what, talk about first in the state. First in the Big Nine, undefeated. Moses Lake going to be a tough challenge for Eastmont tonight.
But Eric, let's go back to Tuesday when the North Central team from Spokane on paper was fantastic, a lot of height, and the Eastmont girls came out, tenacious defense, played great on offense. A lot of the younger players stepped up. So you can't always go by what you see on paper, and if they play anything like they did Tuesday night, I think they'll be competitive tonight.
Absolutely. In Big Nine play, there's only been a couple of games in the books for basically both teams. But as Moses Lake goes, so does Loetta, as well as Rathman down low, and Eastmont's got to account for them.
And two players, Eric, with a lot of experience. They have played since they were youngsters, and they have a lot of basketball knowledge. And, yeah, Eastmont's going to have to be ready to play tonight.
Well, meanwhile, they hope to have Emma Simpson back. We're going to talk to Coach Felice Arell about that. We didn't expect to see the big girl underneath for Eastmont earlier this week, but nice sore ankle and all, she came out and she contributed right away.
Tafora looked great Tuesday night. She really did. We thought she had an ankle problem. She played well, and she is really going to need to step up tonight. And Emma Simpson, that's going to be important if she plays as well.
But what they got on Tuesday was play by the younger players, and Brent O'Rourke, 20 points in that game on Tuesday. She was crucial to get that victory.
And a lot of players stepped up in that game, but she stood out. She was tenacious, like I said, as the rest of the team was, and she has to come out and play like that again tonight. You got nothing to lose against a great team like
Absolutely.
This. Yeah.
And you got the home court, you got the fans, so why not take advantage of that too?
Absolutely. I think I'm ready for a good night of basketball.
Absolutely. It's the girls and then the boys to follow here on the NCW Life Channel, along with Grant Olson. I'm Eric Granstrom. We're going to come back and talk with Coach Felice Arell about this tough matchup as we continue here live from Eastmont High School. It's the Chiefs and the Wildcats coming up next on the NCW Life Channel. Welcome back here on the pregame show. Time to talk with head coach Felice Arell. Our coach's interview brought to you by TC Slingers. No need to move the material. They'll do it for you at TC Slingers. Well, first, coach, congratulations on that win on Tuesday. You said you were so excited to see these younger players stepped up, and boy, howdy did they.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, I feel like we finally figured out how to play basketball 30 minutes into the game. But, yeah, I think, a good learning for us with some kids out and some new bodies in and some roles kind of shifting. So, and just to learn to play. We were down 8 in the fourth, and they came back, and we're hitting some huge shots, and we took it in overtime. So, yeah, great learning for us. I was really happy with that.
That third quarter kind of disappeared a little bit, and they kind of got a little hesitant there. When they were aggressive and took those shots, boy, I mean, it really worked.
Well, and that was the thing. They sat back in their zone, and we were just being super passive in it. And I'm telling, look for the gaps, attack the zone. They're going to stay in it because you guys aren't doing anything. We're just stagnant. We have cement in our shoes. I don't know what the deal was, but we were definitely in our head there for sure.
So big confidence builder coming into this game tonight against undefeated Moses Lake.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm excited to see – again, just how consistent we can be this season, and we know they're a solid program. We've known that for years, and I'm just excited to compete tonight. So that's kind of my goal, is just compete, lay your heart out there, and let's see what happens.
Now the big question to Emma Simpson, is she okay with the flu? Is she going to be able to go tonight?
She's back, so we're just going to keep an eye on her conditioning tonight, just because being out for, 3-4 days really affects, basketball is hard that way. So we'll just kind of be bouncing her back and forth, and she has a tough assignment tonight with Jamie, so we might have to have some other kids step up and defend her for a few possessions and let Emma take a little rest on someone else not as skilled. So
I know it was kind of a wait and see for Emily DeFore the other night. You got her in the second quarter, and she contributed right away. Yeah. How's the ankle as she gets ready for this one?
Still, it was funny. The other day, I think that was Wednesday, it was just super swollen just from walking around class. So I'm hoping, I told her I got to play. She knows that. So, and she's a tough kid. She's like, and I love it. Yes, coach, I'm good. So she's ready to go.
Well, we're looking forward to a fun one tonight. Keep everybody healthy.
Yeah, us too. Thank you.
Felisa Harrell joining us here on the pregame show, brought to you by TC Slingers. We'll come back with the starting lineups and the tip from Eastmont High School right after this. Well, we're just about to game time here between Eastmont and Moses Lake in this Big 9 tilt. Moses Lake first place in the Big 9 standings at 2-0. They're 9-0 on the season, along with Grant Olson. I'm Eric Grandstrom here on the NCW Live Channel. Eastmont right now in second place, a three-way tie for second between Eastmont, West Valley, and Sunnyside, all with 2-1 records. Of course, we're still early on in the season. The Wildcats 6-4 overall in the season. You've got Davis at 1-1, Ike and Wenatchee still winless in Big 9 play, and I would have never expected Wenatchee to be winless even just through 3 games.
Not at all. It's a surprise right now. And Eastmont being really 6-4, the young team that they have, that's a surprise too.
Well, I'll tell you what we saw Tuesday, if they can replicate that here tonight and have Emma Simpson back in the lineup, get 4 quarters out of Emily DeFore, that's going to be huge tonight here for the Eastmont Wildcats. Let's take a look at our starting lineups here as we get to the broadcast, brought to you in part by Walkabout Grill in Wenatchee and Leavenworth. Take a walk on the wild side. And the Wenatchee Valley YMCA, we welcome them to our sports sponsorship for youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. It is the Wenatchee Valley YMCA. Our broadcast also brought to you in part by Wenatchee Racket and Athletic Club and the Windmill Restaurant. All right, the starters here. First for the visitors, the Moses Lake Chiefs, is announced by their head coach, Matt Strophe. He's assisted by James Getzinger, Callie Bragg, Becca Thomas, Jacob Newton, and Stevie Cass. The starters, Jamie Loetta, a 5'9 senior. She'll be wearing number 5. Ellie Mayo is a 5'6 senior. She wears number 10. Number 12 is Kiera McPartlin, a 5'6 junior. Morgan Yamani is a 5'7 senior. She wears number 22. And Abby Rathbun, look out, a 5'10 senior. She wears number 40, and she is one of the most talented girl basketball players I've seen at the high school level in a long time.
And the Loetta family is well known to be just outstanding, so it should be fun.
The big players off the bench for Matt Strophe and the Moses Lake Chiefs are Camille Carpenter, Madison Clark, and Ferris Sandman. Meanwhile, for the Eastmont Wildcats, as announced by their head coach, Felisa Harrell, she's assisted by Joel Barnes, Gabby Gonzalez, and Shay Jones. As we mentioned, a record of 6-4, 2-1 in Big 9 play. Getting the start tonight, back from the flu, and boy, are they happy to have her back. Emma Simpson is a 5'8 senior. She wears number 10. Nia Peasley is a 5'8 senior. She wears number 12. Caitlin Cox is a 5'6 junior. She wears number 14. 22 is Maddie Chandler, a 5'8 senior. And Emily DeFore is a 6'3 senior. She wears number 24. Meanwhile, off the bench for Coach Farrell, and we probably will see him pretty quickly here tonight. Bryn O'Rourke, after her 20-point performance, gets a bench seat for the start of this one, but it probably won't be long before we see her out on the floor. The 5'4 sophomore wears number 34. Britt Vaughn, a 5'8 sophomore, has put in quality minutes all season long. She wears number 30. And Alexa Heimbigner, a 5'1 sophomore, wearing number 32. Those are the lineups between the Chiefs and the Wildcats as they make the starting announcements here at Eastmont High School. The Moses Lake Chiefs off to our right as we look at it here on the floor. The coaching staff, a rather casually dressed coaching staff.
I
like it too.
Yeah, why not? Especially when you're traveling, you know, you're on the bus.
Absolutely,
why not?
absolutely. So the Moses Lake Chiefs off to our right here, and I'll tell you what, this is a good team. They're off to a great start, but they're on the road. It's just past the holidays. You never know. That's why they toss it up.
And I'll go back to what I said in the pregame show, Eric. Tuesday night here at Eastmont High School, the girls, they showed me something that night. They were playing, let's just be honest, a better team than they were that night, and they came out with the overtime win. I thought they were a better team to start with anyway, but Eastmont played outstanding. They're going to have to play like that, Eric, tonight, or even better to beat this team.
Well, you look at some of the differentials in the scoring for Moses Lake so far this season. They started the season with a 53-15 win over Southridge, and that's been kind of a theme. The biggest score against Moses Lake so far this season, Kamiakin scored 62 back in early December, losing 84-62. Yeah, so you see what Moses Lake is of abilities. They like to press, they like to get the turnovers, they like to force you to make the mistakes.
And Eric, they played in a very tough tournament just over the Christmas holiday, after Christmas, on the west side. What's that called? The Elite Six, something like that, where the top 6 teams from last last year, get together the next year and play in a tournament. Moses Lake won that, but there were some tight games in there.
Yeah, they beat Bellarmine 53-43. They topped Glacier Peak 56-30. They also knocked off Stanwood here over the holiday break 48-42 in that tournament.
That's tough.
Moses Lake's on a roll. That's all there is to it. And there's no love lost when these two schools get together. It seems it's this triangle here up in the north part of the Big Nine between Moses Lake, Eastmont, and Wenatchee. And, you know, that old hackneyed expression, throw the records out the window, Grant.
I didn't want to say it. I'm glad you did. And, Eric, I'm looking out in the court, the starters and the rosters, and I see Britt Vaughn not dressed out tonight. She's in street clothes out there, so that's a big issue for the Wildcats tonight.
Well, yeah, that's a surprise for me.
Yeah.
Felice Sorrell didn't mention that to us in the pregame show. She did say that Emily DeFore her ankle did balloon up the other day at school after the game on Tuesday. She came to school on Wednesday, and then in time for practice a couple of nights ago, it was really swollen. She wasn't able to go too much, so it'll really depend on how she feels here come game time.
So now, in hindsight, she might have played too many minutes on Tuesday night, but they needed her in that overtime win, and they got the win.
They absolutely did. We're going to take a break here at Eastmont High School as the starters, they finished with the lineup here announcements, and the officials, by the way, also part of that, where they get the hand fist pump here out in front of us from the Chelan County Basketball Officials Association. Jody Southwick, Mark Colander is our head official tonight, and Jeff Graham. That'll be the trio that will administer this game. Big Nine action. It's the Moses Lake Chiefs and the Eastmont Wildcats. We'll come back with the tip from Eastmont High School after this timeout. Thanks for joining us on the NCW Live channel. Well, here we go. Man, that was a fantastic rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. Sorry you missed it during the commercial break. The poor young lady, her hands were shaking so much.
I know.
But she did a fantastic job from Eastmont High School here. And the talent with the kids today is just astounding.
What a different atmosphere tonight, Eric. We have the student body back. We have the band back. It was kind of quiet on Tuesday night, but all the excitement back at Eastmont High School tonight.
Emily DeFore in the braided ponytails here. She's ready to go, and she'll jump it up along with Abby Rathbun. And the tip fumbled around on it, and Moses Lake comes up with it. They'll feed it down on the right side, try to find some room down there. They'll kick it back out and work it on the perimeter here as Moses Lake starts. They go back door over to Rathbun, and a turnaround shot is good.
Left hand, too. A reverse layup.
Wow. Pressure in the backcourt here as Moses Lake has their first lead of the ball game, 2-0. Cox feeds inside to Peasley, drives it down the lane, missed the shot, and over the back, I think, going to be called here on Emily DeFore, as Rathbun had position on her, and that's the first foul of the ball game. That's one thing that Eastmont can't afford. If Britt Vaughn is out and not available tonight, they got to keep Emily DeFore in this ball game.
Absolutely.
Eastmont was ready to inbound the ball. Nice try, Emma Simpson. With a foul on Moses Lake, or on Eastmont. So it's Moses Lake basketball. Some press in the backcourt. Ball comes into Yamani. Yamani feeds it back to Loetta. Loetta comes to Rathbun here near side. Across the timeline, double team comes. Eastmont had some success against North Central with that press on Tuesday night. Here's a long three-pointer from the corner. Rattles out, no good. Emily DeFore up tall with a rebound. Her outlet pass, though, is stolen away, so a turnover for Eastmont. And Moses Lake back the other way it goes. Loetta kicks it down in the corner. She'll try the three again. Well, Ellie Mayo, and she'll nail this one. 5-0. Moses Lake on top.
She thought, what the heck, in and out the first time, I'll make it the next time.
And Addie Chandler put the ball down. That's right what Moses Lake wanted him to do. As Loetta turns her over, and now they're going to call an offensive charge on Moses Lake. Good job by Emma Simpson to get back there defensively and set up, and Loetta called with her first personal foul.
And besides scoring and rebounding, that's what Emma Simpson brings to the lineup, Eric. That kind of hustle, and you know, you got to stay in there when you're taking a charge, and great job.
She's definitely got a lot of grit to take those kind of charges. Emma Simpson with the ball now. I think everybody else should just clear house, let Emma bring it up. They want to press her right at the midcourt stripe. Triple team on her. She'll split the defense. Held ball call. Possession arrow should be out to Eastmont. And it will be Eastmont basketball. Boy, with 3 gals way out on the perimeter, you got to think somebody's open somewhere.
That is an impressive half-court trap defense,
Yeah.
though. It really is. And we're just seeing it for the first time. So
Inbounds comes to DeFore. Cross court to Simpson. She'll set it between the circles. Only 10 on the shot clock. So that press also chews up a lot of clock on the shot clock. Here comes Cox dribbling to the top of the key. Goes to Simpson. We're going to get a foul here away from the ball as Nia Peasley hits the deck. And I think this is going to be on the defense, as Mark Colander tells us. It's a foul on Kara McPartland. That's her first second team foul. That's one thing about that tenacious defense they play. It is a rough and tumble defense,
Absolutely.
and they can collect the fouls. Cox in the corner looked at the 3, won't shoot it. Maddie Chandler collects a loose ball. They'll go high post to DeFore, kick it over to Simpson. Bounce pass down low, and that's a dangerous pass. And third turnover already for Eastmont here in the ballgame. In transition, put Partland down there. She'll kick it out top for Loretta. She'll shoot the 3, good. And a timeout going to be taken here by Felice Harrell, and good timeout.
It is a good timeout.
8-0 run to start the ball game for Moses Lake, and well, you got to get a hand in those shooters' faces to make it a little more difficult for them to shoot from outside.
Eric, you know, we talked before about the great Cashmere girls team from about maybe 8-9 years ago. Gabby Gonzalez, assistant on the Eastmont team, played on that team. This Moses Lake team reminds me a lot of that team. Their offense is predicated on great defense, and that's the way this team looks like they operate. Turnovers, great rebounding. They go down to the other end and score.
Yeah, absolutely. They know where each other are, and that's a lot of ball off season too. That's summer league. That's everything else. You get that chemistry that you only get with repetition.
Absolutely.
So to be Eastmont basketball after the timeout taken by the Wildcats as they trail it 8-0, looking to get on the scoreboard here. 6:01 to go in the first quarter of play. Bounce pass to the backcourt. Cox gets it past the defense. Now they got numbers. Maddie Chandler is going to take it down the lane, try the layup, draw the foul. That's going to be number 2 on Loretta. That is the second on Jamie Loretta. The 5'9" senior with 2 fouls now.
And that could be something here as we move up through this game.
Madison Clark pops off the bench for Coach Matt Strophe. And to the free throw line to shoot 2 will be Maddie Chandler. That's one thing Eastmont did very well the other night, was shoot free throws. As they missed the first one here, I guess I kind of jinxed her.
Yeah, I do it all the time,
Sorry
too.
about that. Madison Clark comes in for Jamie Loretta. And another free throw coming up here for Maddie Chandler. Eastmont still trying to get on the board. Second free throw, no good. Rathman on the rebound. 5:52 left in the first. 8-0. Moses Lake on top. With the ball now, running the offense is Clark. She'll go left side to Mayo. Mayo out top to Yamani. Yamani looking right, and now we're going to get a foul call, and I think it's going to be on Moses Lake as Maddie Chandler hit the deck.
I was watching those two, Eric, and that's the exact right call. 12 pushed off, there's no doubt about it. McPartland, and that's your second foul.
Second foul on McPartland, so good news for Eastmont here early. We'll see how deep the bench is for Coach Strophe as Camille Carpenter comes in. Meanwhile, in the backcourt against the press, Emma Simpson dribbles right around everybody. Now they got numbers of 3-on-2. Bounce pass in to Peasley. She's in the paint. Turnaround shot, no good. Rebound offensive. Put back good by Emily DeFore. That's exactly what they need.
They do too. Boy, and that's where Britt Vaughn would really come in handy tonight. They're going to have to play without her, but DeFore's going to have to come up big just like that.
Eastmont gets its first points, trails at 8-2, 5:18 to go here in the first quarter, and another whistle. 3 seconds in the key. Turnover by Moses Lake. And that was by Madison Clark. Called on her. Inbounds to Simpson. Simmons splits the defense, gets it up to Chandler. Chandler turns and now gives it back to Simpson high. They'll go to DeFore. Emily dribbling down the paint, kicks it outside for Simpson. Lob pass, a little bit too tall for Peasley. And the ball stolen away. 4 turnovers for Eastmont here in the early going. Now the drive down the lane by Clark. Layup missed. Rathman offensive putback, no good. There's DeFore for the defensive rebound. Outlet pass to Simpson. Emma with a heads-up dribble across the midcourt stripe. 4:46 to go here in the first quarter. Eastmont trailing at 8-2. Maddie Chandler now works off a pick from Peasley. Nia spinning towards the paint, but a toss over her head out of bounds. Another turnover. That's 5 already here in this first quarter.
Boy, you just can't have that halfway through the opening period. You're trying to stay in this ball game. You need to take care of the ball.
Absolutely.
8-2 the score, 4:36 to go in the first quarter. Inbounds pass against the press to Rathbun. She'll give it back to Clark. Clark comes near side towards midcourt to Yamani, then back to Rathbun. That was Carpenter. Now to Rathbun down in the corner for a jumper from there. It's no good. Rebound tapped out, then picked up offensively by Mayo. They'll reset it here with 4:18 to go in the quarter, leading it by 6. Ellie Mayo brings it out top, guarded by DeFore. Kind of a mismatch there. As they'll come left side of the wing to Clark. Clark picks up the dribble, gives it up to Rathbun. Rathbun over on the right side for a three-pointer. Rims off the back of the iron, but an offensive rebound. And I'm surprised they're going to call a foul on Peasley. Pushing down low was Yamani. She pushed Peasley from behind. No call.
I think they missed a foul earlier, Eric, when Mayo took that three-pointer. She hit the deck after the shot. No call there.
Goodness. They're going to count the bucket for Yamani and one. And the foul on Peasley is her first, second team foul. Rough and tumble first quarter and a substitution for Eastmont. We figured it wouldn't take long.
Right.
Bryn O'Rourke checks into the ballgame. 10-2 the score. Trying to add to it here is Morgan Yamani for the Moses Lake Chiefs. And she banks it in from the free throw line. Emma Simpson will bring it up here as Eastmont trails it 11-2. 3:57 to go here in the first quarter. Right side, Cox with it. Caitlin tried to work off a pick, but Moses Lake fighting through the pick. She almost lost the handle there on a pass inside. And now 3 seconds going to be whistled against Nia Peasley. I think Peasley's still trying to catch herself after being knocked to the deck a couple of times here in the first couple of minutes.
She just heading down the court a little tentatively, too.
Inbounds pass in the backcourt by Moses Lake comes into Rathbun. Rathbun back there, hands it back off, and with the ball against the traffic is Clark. Comes near side to Carpenter. Down low. Rathbun underneath the bucket. Kicks it back outside. Here comes a three-pointer from the way outside. It's no good, but right there, Rathbun for the putback. That's almost as good as a pass.
Absolutely.
13-2. Largest lead of the ballgame now for Moses Lake at 11. Caitlin Cox looked at the three-pointer, almost traveled with it. Now gives it up to DeFore. Down low to Bryn O'Rourke. Bryn on the baseline will shoot it from there. That's an air ball too strong. And the rebound picked up on the weak side by Madison Clark for Moses Lake. She'll take it coast to coast, lay it up, and then blocking foul going to be called on DeFore as she goes crashing to the floor.
Ooh, and she's limping a little bit too, Eric, on that left ankle that was sore coming into this one. Getting up off the floor, a little tentative there.
Maddie Chandler checked back in for, will probably come in for DeFore, I imagine, with 3:06 to go. Meanwhile, to the free throw line, Madison Clark for her first chance. Missed it. Chandler's knows she's got to come in for Emma Simpson. Emma, after having the flu, probably a little peaked, so got to watch her conditioning in this one. One more free throw for Clark, who missed the front end. She makes the second one and makes it a 12-point advantage here for Moses Lake with 3:04 to go. Eastmont desperately needing a bucket, this time down the floor. Cox works off a double pick out top. Now DeFore has it at the free throw line, working against Rathbun. She'll put up the shot, miss it. Rebound, Maddie Chandler collects it off to O'Rourke. She'll drive the baseline, shoot it from there. Good!
Nicely done.
Bryn O'Rourke not shy as she cuts the lead to 10, 14-4.
She's so fearless as a sophomore.
It's amazing. Carpenter back outside to Mayo. Mayo's going to run the offense here, picked up by O'Rourke. The ball tapped, picked up by Rathbun. She'll try to drive down the lane, cut off there by the defense, kick it back out to the perimeter with 10 on the shot clock. Back right side it goes to Mayo. Mayo inside, ball tapped, and O'Rourke right there to pick it up. That's a turnover, the second here for Moses Lake. As Cox hit the deck, here's O'Rourke looking at a three, though she passes it off and passes it right to the defense. Back the other way comes the Chiefs, and the ball goes out of bounds, a little bit too high on the throw. Out of control was Moses Lake, and it's their third turnover. Back and forth we go.
When a team as good as Moses Lake commits a turnover, Eric, that's when you have to make them pay. You go back down the court and score. That's what they've got to do. Got
a couple of players in foul trouble. They had to sit on the bench, and this was the opportunity for Eastmont to take advantage of that. So far, not so good. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. O'Rourke back to Cox. Long three-pointer. Good! And she fell down, but no call.
Wow.
I think she got bumped after the shot.
I've seen that a couple of times tonight now.
14-7. Eastmont trying to answer here. Under 2 to go in the first quarter. Rathbun with the head fake. Drive down the lane. Knocks Simpson to the floor. Missed the shot. Saves the ball inbounds. Outside it comes to Clark. Bounce pass to Rathbun. Kicks it outside to Mayo for a three-pointer. And then we're going to get a foul called on Bryn O'Rourke, who came out and put a hind check into her and knocked her to the floor.
Now that may have been the least obvious of the three that we've seen today. But Rathbun is so impressive, Eric. She was up at the top elbow, cleared everybody out, and then she took her man one-on-one to the basket.
Absolutely. First free throw by Ellie Mayo is good. Substitution for Eastmont. Emily DeFore. Oh, it's 3 shots, excuse me, so we got to wait till after the second one for Ellie Mayo. 15-7 our score with 1:33 to go in the first quarter. Along with Grant Olson, I'm Eric Grandstrom here on the NCW Life Channel. Second free throw is good. And so one more to come for Ellie Mayo. Here come the subs for Eastmont. Heimbigner comes in for the first time. Peasley checks back in as Cox and DeFore take a seat for Coach Arell. And one more free throw trying to make good on that three-pointer. Misses it, but an offensive rebound by Rathbun. She'll drive the baseline. They're going to call a blocking foul on Peasley. That'll be number 2 if it's on Nia. It is. And that's 5 already on the Wildcats. Inbounds play baseline left side with 1:30 to go. Inbounds comes to Rathbun, picked up by Peasley. Comes outside with it to Mayo, down low in the corner for the drive by Clark. She'll drive it in the paint, miss the shot. Rebound, white jerseys are there, but the ball stripped from her, and Simpson with a smile on her face says, wait a minute. That looked like it touched a maroon jersey to me.
I think it went off the back of Rathbun, actually.
I think it did too. But it's Moses Lake basketball. Seems like they've had it in this end of the floor for a half an hour now. Here's the drive by Rathbun. Wow. Shot on the way, got her own rebound, and the ball stripped away by Peasley. Now to O'Rourke up near side. O'Rourke stops and shoots the three-pointer. Rims off, no good. Rebound picked up by Mayo for Moses Lake. Well, it would have been a nice one to sink right there. Minute to go, 16-7. Moses Lake on top. Madison Clark running the offense. Gets it over on the right side to Mayo. Mayo out top to Rathbun. Rathbun left side on the perimeter to Carpenter. They only tried to lob it down low. Nice job of poking at it by Peasley. And another turnover for the Chiefs at 5 in this first quarter. Heimbigner runs the offense now. Works off the pick by Peasley. Or excuse me, yes, it was Peasley. Now to Chandler. Chandler cut off at the elbow. The ball a little bit too high for Heimbigner. 13 on the shot clock, 25 on the game clock. Here's O'Rourke with a drive, and she just horsed it up, and no way she's going to make that. Rebound picked up by Rathbun as it hit the side of the backboard. Out top, they're going to work for a last shot here with 15 on the game clock. The shot clock is off. Madison Clark with it. Way outside, picked up by Heimbigner, works off a pick there, now drives it down the lane, and it's going to be called a blocking foul on the drive, and I think this is coming on Bryn O'Rourke. It is her second, and 6 team fouls against Eastmont.
Boy, that's gonna be big in the second quarter. And all O'Rourke had to do there is one step to the left, and she'd have had position on that drive.
So Madison Clark to the line for 2. They're going to say it was a shooting foul, and the first free throw up and good. She's got 2 points all from the paint or from the free throw line, and a rare substitution here for Eastmont as we see Cassidy Cunningham coming in, and with the foul situation, and Britt Vaughn out of the lineup. Got to bring her in. Second free throw is up and good, so Clark makes both, and it's an 18-7 game with 2 seconds. Here comes Simpson from half court. Off the mark, no good. We'll take a 60-second break and come back. We're through 1 here at Eastmont, and Moses Lake to the script, leading it 18-7 over the Wildcats. We're back after this 60-second timeout on the NCW Live Channel. Getting ready for the second quarter here. It will be Eastmont, or will it be Moses Lake basketball? It'll be Chiefs basketball. Started off leading at 18-7 behind the 5 points from Ellie Mayo, 4 from Abby Rathbun in that first quarter. Eastmont led by the 3 points of Caitlin Cox. Kind of a tough shooting first quarter for the Wildcats. They also turned the ball over 6 times in that quarter. Rathbun spinning out top, picked up by DeFore out there. She'll hand it off to Loretta.
What ball handling?
Loretta down the left side. Missed the shot. Rebound by Peasley. Boy, Nia's working hard tonight. A 3-on-2. Nia kicks it outside for a Chandler 3. Chandler knocked down, no call, and the ball goes out of bounds. It will be out off of Eastmont to the Chiefs.
Another stat I note at the end of the first quarter, Eric, Moses Lake out rebounding Eastmont 11-2 in that quarter. Rathbun with 7 herself.
Oh my gosh. And quite a few of those on the offensive end.
3 of the 7, yeah.
18-7 the score as Moses Lake got Farrah Sandman in there. Here's a long three-pointer for the top of the key. And Rathbun saves the ball inbounds, but right there is Nia Peasley after the miss from outside by Loretta. Here's Maddie Chandler. Nice crossover move. Shot on the way. And can't get it, but the ball tipped outside for a two-pointer from Cox. It's good. 5 points for Cox. 18-9. Eastmont trying to hang in here with the undefeated Chiefs. 7 minutes left in the half. Right side on the pass to Clark. Clark lob pass down low for Rathbun. They wanted a foul here on the Moses Lake bench. None coming. They'll kick it outside to Clark. Clark between the circles to Loretta. Loretta picked up outside by Emma Simpson. She's got the tough assignment here tonight to drive down the paint. Kick outside for Clark. Looked at the three. Now she'll drive, shoot it, and make it.
Beautiful move. Head fake. Got the defender off her feet and right to the basket.
20-9 the score. Moses Lake on top. 6:32 to go here in the half. Cox waves one finger in the air for the offense. Now a lob pass. She wanted to go to high post to DeFore, but another unforced turnover here on the pass. Clark with it. She'll drive down the left side, horse up the shot, get bailed out by the defense. And a foul called against Eastmont here. And more free throws coming for the rest of the quarter for Moses Lake, as that one's called on Maddie Chandler. That's her first of the ball game, but the 7th team foul on Eastmont.
I have a feeling that happens to a lot of teams in Moses Lake plays, Eric. Getting into foul trouble, forcing a lot of turnovers. And I'm thinking that 5 for Moses Lake, Eric, at the end of the quarter, that's a lot for them in one quarter.
Yeah, definitely. So first free throw by Clark is up and good. She's got 4, make that 6 points of the ball game. 4 of the 6 from the free throw line. Second free throw is up and good. 4 in the quarter, 7 of the ball game, 22-19. The 13-point advantage, the largest here for Moses Lake in this first half. Cox feeds to Simpson. Emma drives down the paint, puts it up, and drawn a foul on the drive. A good explosion from Emma Simpson. And the foul is whistled on Madison Clark.
Just got spun out a little bit and went off the wrong foot on that layup. I think if that wouldn't have happened, she probably would have had a 3-point opportunity. Simpson
to the free throw line for the first time here in the game. First free throw off the mark short. Felice Arell taking this moment at the free throw line to school Cox here. A little bit on the defense. And now the free throw up way off the mark. Didn't even draw iron. So, well, we're going to get a lane violation and give Emma one more chance here. Moses Lake apparently stepping into the lane too early. Well, if the ball doesn't hit the rim, how can you not?
Well, right.
And we're going to get another lane violation. This time on Eastmont. Already.
Interesting.
I think the official, Jeff Graham, may have heard me say that. How can you not step in the lane when it doesn't hit the rim? It hit the backboard, but it didn't hit the rim. There's a long three-pointer. Look out for way downtown. Simpson with a long rebound. After the miss by Clark, Simpson dribbles it down, stops, feeds outside. Here's a Cox three-pointer. Rims won't fall. Rebound picked up by Loretta underneath, but she's stripped by Peasley, but I think they're going to call Nia for the reach. The foul on Nia will be her 3rd. Goodness. It is.
Boy.
And we'll traverse ends and put one of the Chiefs at the free throw line for 1-on-1. And, well, the one who's been the busiest at the free throw line will be back there again, Madison Clark. Or no, they're going to put Loretta at the free throw line. Excuse me. So 1-on-1 for Jamie Loretta, the 5'9" senior. Saw limited action in that first quarter. She picked up a couple of fouls quickly. She makes the front end of the 1-on-1, and we'll get one more. The substitute is coming off the bench here for Coach Strophe, and that's Morgan Yamani.
What a basketball family, huh, Eric? The Loretta family. Jessie, of course, plays at Gonzaga. Jordan, the older sister, was an outstanding player as well. They're fun to watch.
And here's Rathbun chasing down the rebound after the miss. Loretta shoots a three-pointer. Rims off, no good. Rebound this time picked up by DeFore for Eastmont. Ball knocked out of bounds. It's off of Moses Lake. Goes out to the Wildcats here, as Moses Lake got another replacement in there. I'll get that one off my sheet here. Anna Olson is in there wearing number 1. Another substitution for the
A freshman,
Chiefs.
Eric. A freshman.
Yeah.
You have to be good to make this team as a freshman.
Wow. Ellie Mayo out there now back in the lineup here as Bryn O'Rourke's in for Eastmont. She'll feed to DeFore. A little bit too high for Maddie Chandler on the pass, and another turnover for Eastmont. I've got them for 8 in this first
I've
half.
got 9, but
9.
I'll take one off. I'll take one away. Okay.
Whatever the case, not what Coach Foley Sorrell wants to see here. Trailing at 23-9 to Moses Lake as they'll try to add to it as they'll hand it off to Olsen. Anna with the drive. She'll kick it outside, and beautiful pass underneath. What ball movement for Moses Lake. The shot missed, however. Ball volleyballed around, picked up by O'Rourke. That was pretty, even though it didn't result in points. So Emma Simpson holds a fist up, running the offense for Eastmont. O'Rourke looked at that NBA 3, won't shoot it. Down to DeFore, top of the key, goes back to O'Rourke. Bryn looking. Count starts on her, so she'll feed it off to Simpson for a 3-pointer. It rattles, won't fall. Rebound knocked around underneath and picked up by Moses Lake. And now a reach foul, or are they going to say she stepped on the end line? Stepped on the end line.
She did.
Turnover. They're 6 the first half. Un-Chief-like, I'm sure.
That's a good way to put it.
Cox inbounds pass, got the ball in hand, didn't even look to see if her partner was looking at her. Maddie Chandler started to run the set.
That was strange.
Ran away.
That was strange looking.
9 turnovers now for Eastmont. 4:40 to go in the half. 23-9 the score. Chiefs on top. Here's the drive by the freshman.
Oh, wow.
You see why she's in the lineup. Goodness.
Wow.
Anna Olsen for the 2 and 1. Foul is on Maddie Chandler. That's her second. 9th team foul on Eastmont. And Anna Olsen will try to make it a 3-point play. And she does.
Eric, I have a feeling we're going to get really sick of saying that name over the next 3 years.
Yeah, I think so. O'Rourke looks at the 3 in the corner. She'll kick it back outside to Simpson. Emma will run the offense here with 20 seconds on the shot clock. 4:24 on the game clock. Here in the first half as Eastmont trails it by 17 points. Caitlin Cox gives it up to Emma Simpson. Emma looking high post, goes top of the key to Maddie Chandler. Chandler looking for help. Bounce pass into DeFord. Good job for her just to handle it. And the rebound on the miss picked up by Loretta for the Chiefs. Loretta brings it up, goes to Rathbun. Rathbun, how many steps could she
nice
take?
block.
And a nice block by DeFord. Ball fumbled out of bounds, though. Goes out to the Chiefs with 3:52 and a half.
Wow.
What footwork. Goodness.
Is it just me, or does she look like she's taller than 5'10", Eric, or
No,
she just play taller than 5'10"?
She plays taller than her height, that is for sure. Inbounds pass baseline comes in to Rathbun. Set shot, jump shot from there, and good. Wow. Complete package, that is for sure. Abby Rathbun was 6 in the game. 28-9 our score. Moses Lake in charge. 3:40 to go here in the half. Cox with it on the perimeter. Out top to O'Rourke. Bryn with a drive down the baseline. Knocked to the ground and helped up by the freshman for Moses Lake. And the foul is going to be on Anna Olsen. That's her first. That's the 6th team foul. So one of the good news for Eastmont is stay aggressive here, and you can get to the line and get some shots and kind of cut into that lead without the clock moving. Here comes Maddie Chandler on the drive. She'll put it up on the run. Air ball, but Simpson right there for the putback. Good. Emma Simpson with her first points of the ball game, not for lack of effort here, that's for sure. 3:18 left here in the half. 28-11. Eastmont finally in double figures. And we're going to get a walkout top. That's a good call by the official. Ellie Mayo got caught kind of in no man's land. 7th turnover for Moses Lake. Kind of a sloppy game for the Chiefs here in this first half, too.
We haven't seen him this year, Eric, but I'm sure that's uncharacteristic of his team.
Substitution here as Farrah Sandman comes in to replace Abby Rathbun. Eastmont looks out there and doesn't see Rathbun, probably takes a sigh of relief for a moment. As Emma Simpson has it on the perimeter. 3-pointer.
Oh!
Well, they left her wide open. Why not?
Downtown.
28-14. Now a lob pass underneath. Turnaround shot off the window and good. Wow, by Morgan Yamani.
Good example of how you can't enjoy a made basket on Moses. Like, you better get back on defense.
Absolutely, and actually the defense wasn't too bad there. Yamani just beat him. Lob pass inside to DeFore. Turnaround shot off the window is no good. Actually, air ball. I think she tried to go to the window, but it was partially checked on the shot. Here comes the Chiefs down the other way. The drive, shot off the window high, no good by Mayo. Rebound picked up by O'Rourke for Eastmont. 2:29 to go here in the half. Eastmont trailing it by 16, 30-14.
And Eastmont's got a huge mismatch, Eric, with Sandman at 5'8" against DeFore at 6'3", and they're going to her again.
And there's DeFore with the bucket. Feeder. 30-14 to score, or 30-16, excuse me. 2:12 left here in the half, and that could have been a walk called. Clark with it, now kicks it out to Mayo. Mayo on the dribble, and stolen away by Cox. Boy, a thievery right there. Caitlin the other way, lays it up, and good! Steal and rewarded with the bucket.
Stay in it. That's the key for Eastmont. Stay in it.
Yeah, we talked about that the other night on the boys game. Keep it around 10 and you're okay. It's at 12 right now. Clark with it outside, picked up by Simpson. Pass out on the kick to Carpenter. Carpenter down the right side to Clark. And defense playing well here for Eastmont. Lob pass across over in the corner to Sandman with 5 on the shot clock. She'll drive it. She'll shoot it. It's an air ball picked up by Cox with 1:25 to go. Caitlin looks over towards Coach Arell, says, okay, well, let's run the offense here. Emma Simpson, without the ball, barks the offensive play as she comes down the lane. Cox off the drive, left side, put the runner up, no good. Partially deflected on the shots. Rebound picked up by Mayo for Moses Lake. Tough luck opportunity there for Eastmont, trailing it by 30-18 mark with 1:01 to go. And a spin in the paint at the elbow, kick out to Sandman in the corner. She'll kick it back outside to Mayo, and Ellie will reset things with 12 on the shot clock, 51 on the game clock. The pass inside, and Emily DeFore kind of out of position there, and they took advantage as Sandman gets her first points of the ball game.
Nice dump pass down low.
Really was good vision. Sandman with the bucket, 32-18. Eastmont with 37 seconds on the game clock, working on the shot clock with 20. Work off a pick out top. Cox drives down the lane, kicks it outside for Bryn O'Rourke for a three-pointer. Off the mark, no good. And Bryn didn't follow her shot, or else she gets her own rebound there. It's Moses Lake with it, with 21 on the game clock, leading it by 14, 32-18. And a push going to be called on Emma Simpson. And that's the 9th team foul, maybe even the 10th on Eastmont. The foul on Simpson is her first. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 10. That's right. 2 shots coming up for Ellie Mayo. Boy, the differential in free throw attempts is remarkable here in this first half. First free throw is up and good by Ellie Mayo. She's got one more coming.
18 seconds, Eric. I'm not sure I'd put Rathman back in right now, would you?
Nope, I wouldn't. I mean, Rathman doesn't have a foul in this game, so you got 1 or 2 to give here.
Well, that's true.
18.3 seconds left as Heimbigner came in for Eastmont. Also, who else came in there? Maria Mendoza. Free throws up and good for Mayo. She got 2. She's got 7 of the ball game. Eastmont trying to work for a last shot here with 14 seconds left in the half. Spin off the pick, the roll part of it, but the ball goes out of bounds on the defensive play by Moses Lake as Heimbigner was over there working along with Cunningham for Eastmont. Inbounds pass for Caitlin Cox. She'll hand it in to Heimbigner. Collect it back, looks at the 3 with 4 seconds. With 3, she'll shoot the 2-pointer on the run. It's off the mark, no good. A rebound by Moses Lake, and that's going to be it here for this first half of play as the Chiefs, impressive in that first half, lead by a score of 34-18 at the half, outscoring Eastmont 18-7 in the first quarter and 16-11 in the second. We'll take a 2-minute break and come back. You're watching Eastmont and Moses Lake here on the NCW Life Channel. We'll take a 2-minute break and come back. Thanks for joining us. We'll get you some halftime stats and some fun and frivolity here from Eastmont coming up next. Welcome back once again here to Eastmont High School. Halftime here between the Wildcats and the Moses Lake Chiefs in the front end of our doubleheader live on the NCW Life Channel along with Grant Olson. I'm Eric Grandstrom here on the NCW Life Channel. Moses Lake leading it here at halftime 34-18. after the Chiefs took an 18-7 advantage after the first 8 minutes of play and outscored Eastmont 16-11 in the second quarter to grab the lead at halftime 34-18. 7 players in the scorebook here tonight for Moses Lake in a balanced attack. They're led by 7 points each from Ellie Mayo and from Madison Clark. 6 points for Abby Rathbun. 5 points for Morgan Yamani. 4 points for Jamie Loretta. 3 points for Anna Olson and 2 points for Farrah Sandman. 11 of 15 was Moses Lake from the line in that first half of play, and 8 turnovers unofficially. Meanwhile, for the Eastmont Wildcats, as we heard from our cameraman right before the halftime, Grant, Maddie Chandler went into the locker room injured right before the end of the half. I didn't see what happened there, but she went in the locker room, and so we'll see if Maddie comes out for the second half.
I didn't see what happened either, but it's been a rough first half. So
it has been a very rough and tumble first half of play. Eastmont with 4 players in the scorebook so far. Caitlin Cox leading the way with 7 points, 5 for Emma Simpson, 4 for Emily DeFord, and Brynna Rourke with 2 points off the bench. Eastmont, as opposed to Moses Lake's 15 attempts from the free throw line, Eastmont only with 2, and they're 0 for 2 from the free throw line on that first half of play, and unofficially with 9 turnovers in the half.
And I'll tell you what, as far as rebounding goes, Eric, it hasn't even been close. Moses Lake with 20 in that first half, Eastmont with 10. Moses Lake led by Abby Rathbun with 8, 4 of those offensive, also 4 rebounds for Ellie Mayo, and a pair of players have 3 rebounds. For Moses Lake, leading rebounder Emily DeFore with 3, only 1 offensive rebound for Eastmont in that first half.
Yeah, Moses Lake does a great job of getting a body on a body. And for Felicia Rell and the Eastmont Lady Cats, it's a conversation about, can we rekindle the magic from Tuesday and bring it back here in the second half here against Moses Lake tonight. We will talk about that, and we will get you the rest of the schedule, what's happening around the Big Nine, and more here from halftime. Coming up as Moses Lake leads Eastmont 34-18 at the half as the Eastmont band entertains a small crowd here tonight at Eastmont High School. We'll come back with more from halftime here at the Eastmont High School Gymnasium. After this 2-minute timeout, again our score at half, Moses Lake 34, Eastmont 18. We're back after this. Welcome back once again here to Eastmont High School. Ooh, the smell of popcorn. What is that?
No,
it's nachos down the table from us here.
That's right next to us. That's just cruel.
That's not nice. 34-18, they score here at halftime. Well, Grant, if you're Coach Felicia Rell, what do you talk to the girls about at halftime?
Well, I think you talk about not letting them get easy baskets. I think you make them work for everything they get. I mean, they had a lot of easy baskets in that first half, but I think a lot of it is they are so proficient at running this offense that they just get open, and that's just the way it goes sometimes when you're that good. But no easy basket. Fight for everything on defense and no easy layups is really the key.
We saw that little stretch there in the second quarter, the latter part of the second quarter, where Eastmont got a couple of buckets in a row. Their defense kind of fed the offense. You know, Moses Lake's not perfect. They can be forced into making some errors, into making some bad passes. You pay that tenacious defense, led by the quick feed of Emma Simpson, feed off each other in that. And, you know, I mean, every bird's going to find its crumb. Just keep pecking, and you're going to find that.
Absolutely right. And just don't get rattled out there. This team is going to make a run on you at times, but just don't let it affect you. You're going to give up maybe 4 or 6 points in a run, but that's it. Yeah. Stop it there.
Again, 34-18 our score at halftime. We'll get ready for the second half coming up in just a little bit. We'll mention also the rest of the schedule that's happening around the Big Nine in a moment. Our broadcast tonight brought to you by Walkabout Grill in Wenatchee and Leavenworth. Take a walk to the wild side and Wenatchee Valley YMCA for youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. It's the Wenatchee Valley YMCA. Well, aside from this matchup here tonight, you got a couple of other games happening in the Big Nine tonight. Eisenhower is at Sunnyside, and Davis playing host to West Valley in that battle of Yakima schools. We mentioned Moses Lake on top of the standings here in the early going at 2-0 in Big Nine play. West Valley, Eastmont, Sunnyside all at 2-1. So that's going to shake out here a little bit after tonight. Now Eastmont tomorrow will be here with an early game time, 3:15 in the afternoon against Lake City of Idaho here at Eastmont High School. So they'll step back out of Big Nine for one game and then get back into it again next week. Also tomorrow, Moses Lake's on the road at West Valley. That should prove to be an interesting one, as West Valley with a lot of talented and a lot of height as we saw them in the volleyball season. I'm sure a lot of those girls also play basketball. So if they have any abilities at all on the basketball floor, they certainly had the height.
Oh, boy.
That's for sure. So that should be an interesting one tomorrow for Moses Lake on the road at West Valley. Eisenhower plays host to Davis tomorrow, while Wenatchee's on the road at Sunnyside. And for the Panthers, off to an 0-3 start in Big Nine play. And I think losing their point guard from last year's team to this year is really hurting the Panthers this season.
There is no doubt about that. You know, they still have Hallberg, that's a very good player, and, you know, they have some players there, but losing a point guard makes a huge difference.
Absolutely. We'll come back with our second half after this 30-second timeout. It's Eastmont. It's Wenatchee, or Moses Lake. The Chiefs lead at 34-18. We're back after this 30-second timeout. Eastmont basketball to start the second half of play. They're out there with Emma Simpson, Caitlin Cox, Emily DeFore. Cox with it right now. Finds DeFore at the top of the key. DeFore right side gives it up to Emma Simpson. Simpson works the baseline. We're going to get a pushing foul first, though. We've seen that several times this season, Grant, where they let them play in the first half, and then they come out and call the games really tightly in the third quarter.
It happened just Tuesday night when we were here.
So the foul is whistled on. I'll have to get some help from the scoreboard here, because I turned my head as they were signaling us here at the scorers table. I think she said number 10. So Ellie Mail, possibly. That would be her first. Meanwhile, shot taken for Eastmont.
Emily DeFore.
DeFore with the bucket. Eastmont with her first points of the second half. Makes it a 14-point differential. Chiefs with it. McPartland gives it up to Rathbun. Rathbun comes right side to Loretta.
What a move.
Goodness gracious.
Wow.
We found out at halftime she's on her way where?
To Arizona State University.
Oh, that's all.
Yeah.
She's got 6 in the ball game. Just amazing athleticism for Moses Lake. Clear throughout their lineup, really. Maddie Chandler went into the locker room right before half looking like she was injured, out there playing now for Eastmont. A tough shot miss there for Emma Simpson underneath. Chandler with a follow. She misses. Here's a 2-on-2. Loretta's going to stop at the free throw line. Shoot it from there. Missed the shot. Rebound picked up by DeFore. Outlet pass to Peasley. Nia brings it up the left side. Passes it up to Simpson. Simpson lost the handle. Hands it off to Cox for a three-pointer. Good! Why not?
That's right.
36-23. Get it down to 10 here, keep it there for a while, and who knows what could happen.
Right.
Here's a nice head fake in the drive, and I thought a foul from behind. No, on the shot by McPartland. Eastmont picks up the loose ball. Now it's loose on the other end, and a turnover for the Wildcats. As Moses Lake, Loretta, oh my gosh, crossover step, and they're going to give her the bucket too.
Wow.
No, it's going to be on the floor before the shot. Fouls on Simpson, that's her second. Loretta will inbounds the pass, baseline right side, gets it into Rathbun for a wide open shot. Good. And gee, you think they've done that a few 100,000 times?
So one of those easy baskets, Eric, I was talking about, you just can't give up.
Under 6 to go here in the third, 38-22. Cox looking at the three, won't shoot it. She'll feed it into DeFore. Turnaround shot from 12, no good. Rebound picked up by Rathbun. Rathbun wants to dribble it up herself, shows her athleticism, kicks it outside for a three-pointer. It's too far, no good. And Peasley's going to let the ball go out of bounds. That's a veteran move by Nia there. She's
really
been running her hind end off the whole first half. Let that ball go out of bounds. Don't hustle after it.
I'm going to take a 1 second breather.
I'm going to take a little break here. Substitution for Eastmont as Bryn O'Rourke collects the ball. She's into the ball game now for the Wildcats. She'll shoot that three-pointer. Good! Bryn O'Rourke with a three. It's down to 12, 38-26, 5:24 to go. See if they can make a stop on this end. Loretta outside, picked up by Emma Simpson. She'll hand it off. Top of the key. Now they go right side for a quick three-pointer. Rattles won't fall. Rebound offensive for Rathbun. In the paint, a long time, no call. Now the drive down the baseline. Cut off there by DeFore. Ball loose on the ground after the shot and miss by McPartland. Ball goes, it's a held ball. Possession arrow out to Moses Lake. Chiefs will have it with 23 on the shot clock. 5:03 on the game clock, leading it by 12, 38-26. Inbounds pass comes in outside to McPartland. She'll dribble away from the defense. Lob a pass across to Loretta. Long three-pointer. It's off the mark. No good. Rebound chased down in the oh, look out. Goodness, hitting the corner of the bleachers over there. McPartland trying to get after it. Fell into the ropes. And they're going to call a foul on that?
Well, Bryn O'Rourke gave her a little hip check as she was going after that ball and kind of forced her into that rope. So a good call.
We need the corner stanchion from the WWF ring over there.
I need my bills to do that Sunday.
Inbounds pass comes in, and oh, that's too bad. Emma Simpson got the ball, knocked it right into the official over there, Jeff Graham. He was standing out of bounds, so I guess he's part of the out of bounds stripe.
Right.
With multiple stripes on his chest there, and hands the ball off. Ellie Mayo lobs it into Rathbun. Rathbun turn around working against DeFore. Spins in the paint. She's there forever. How about 3 seconds? Instead of three-pointer from outside. Good by Ellie Mayo. I don't know. That's twice. They could have called three in the key. Sometimes those athletic players, they get the benefit of the doubt. O'Rourke with it on the wing now. 4:34 to go. That three-pointer really hurts Eastmont. Simpson with it beyond the perimeter. She'll drive in the paint, put up the right-handed runner. It's no good. Rebound tapped inside right to Peasley, and Mayo or McPartland about ready to have fisticuffs in the backcourt here as Rathbun dribbles it up. And here's McPartland. Simpson runs into that brick wall, almost falls down. Outside to Mayo now. She's going to work on Bryn O'Rourke, takes it all the way to the rack and missed the shot. Rebound knocked around. Peasley picks it up. Goodness, this is a rough and tumble.
Wow.
Nearly ball stolen away in the backcourt by Mayo, but Simpson says, all right. Wags a couple of fingers here. It's either hang low or they're going to run that play. Or hang loose. Yeah. Maybe that's what it means.
Nice try.
Well, there's the drive and the bucket by Cox and the foul and one. McPartland with the foul.
I want to remember that. Hang low.
That's her third. And we're going to get a timeout by Felice Rell, so we'll take a 60 and get our hand signals straight here. 41-28 the score. We'll take a 60-second break and come back. You're watching basketball tonight here on the NCW Life Channel with the Chiefs leading the Wildcats. We're back after this. Caitlin Cox going to be at the free throw line for Eastmont here, trying to complete the three-point play. She's got 5 in the quarter, Grant.
She's played really well.
12 in the ball game. Trying to keep Eastmont in it here, trailing at 41-28. Free throw up and good. So three-point play good. 3:46 to go here in the third after the timeout taken by Eastmont. Moses Lake basketball now. Another hard screen out top. Boy, goodness. A lot of bumping here in this ball game. As they'll feed down low for a wide open shot, but a good job by DeFore getting a hand up, partially checking the shot by Rathbun, but then an offensive rebound putback foul called. And this is going to be on Peasley. That's her 4th personal foul. So Coach Arell wondering if she's going to go to the bench here. She does not. Inbounds play by Loretta comes inside way out top to Carpenter. Carpenter starts to dribble, hands it off. Clark now to Rathbun for a long 2. Off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound tapped out of bounds, and it's out off of Moses Lake.
Wow.
I didn't think that was.
Looks like Nia Peasley might have knocked it out.
I did too. Maddie Chandler comes back into the ball game here for Eastmont to replace said Peasley. And the inbounds pass to the backcourt to Emma Simpson. Simpson's going to run the offense here. 41-29 to score. 3:13 to go in the third. Chandler with it on the perimeter right. She'll start the dribble left. Stop. Bounce pass off to Simpson. Emma starts to drive on the baseline. She's cut off there, but bumped into Hardley. And the foul going to be on Yamani. That's Yamani's first personal foul. 13 foul on Moses Lake. With 3:03 to go, Eastmont with a fresh shot clock. We'll bring it in here, baseline left side. Simpson with the ball in hand, feeds outside to Chandler. Chandler get it inside to DeFore, see what she can do. Bounce pass into her. She'll kick it down to the corner for O'Rourke. She'll step in, shoot the 2 on the run. It's too strong. And the rebound on the weak side picked up, but then there's Emily DeFore stealing the ball away. Feeds outside to O'Rourke. O'Rourke down to Cox. Cox inside to DeFore. Emily starts a dribble, brings the ball down. Nice pass inside for the cutting Maddie Chandler. She missed the lay-in though. Rebound Rathbun. A 2-on-3. Pass across is knocked away by Cox.
Good hustle.
Yeah, good job by Eastmont getting back on defense as they try to feed across to Carpenter. Ball knocked down a bound.
12 rebounds for Abby Rathbun now in this game.
Wow. Loretta with the inbounds pass to Yamani. Outside to Clark, had it to Carpenter. Carpenter down over right side to Loretta with a drive. Reverse layup. Good. Goodness gracious.
Left hand.
4 1/4, 8 in the ball game for Jamie Loretta. 2:15 to go here in the third. 43-29. Eastmont, every time they try to make a little move here, Moses Lake has an answer. There's a 3 missing for Bryn O'Rourke. Rebound long to Loretta. Kicks it left side for the drives. Jumper from 10, no good. Rebound offensive. Putback on the way is good. That's a good hustle play for Camille Carpenter to get her first bucket of the ball game.
That's why you follow your shot right there, right, Eric?
Yep. Kids watching at home. 1:49 to go here in the half. Cox collects a loose ball out top near the circle. Feeds right side to O'Rourke. Bryn out top. Then a lob pass inside is a little too lackadaisical. Picked up on the reverse here. Back the other way comes Moses Lake. And we're going to get a foul, I think, on Emma Simpson on the shot taken by Camille Carpenter. Carpenter will head to the free throw line for 2 shots on the 3rd personal foul on Emma Simpson. That's the 4th team foul on Eastmont here in the half. And Camille Carpenter to the free throw line for the first time here tonight. And it's off the mark, no good. Moses Lake was 11 of 15 in that first half from the line. Second free throw by the 5'9" sophomore. Good. Yeah, Moses Lake certainly loaded for the future as well.
Yes.
And another pass stolen away by Loretta. And Bryn O'Rourke having a tough time with her passes here, and a shot by Loretta, and she's taken over this game here in the last few trips down the floor, coming up with the steals defensively and coming up with the buckets offensively. 48-29, suddenly a 19-point Bulls, largest lead here for Moses Lake. Emma Simpson hits the deck. Cox with a 3-pointer, rims off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound picked up by Rathbun. And they want to run the numbers again. Rathbun, though, looks up, sees some white jerseys in her way, and will slow it down with under a minute to go in the quarter. 48-29. Lob pass in down low, and they're going to call a push from behind on Maddie Chandler. And boy, as rough and tumble as it's been, that's one of the ticky-tackiest fouls we've seen in this game so far. Foul on Chandler's her 3rd. Substitution here for the Chiefs, and they brought Kendall Crum off of the junior varsity roster. She checks in here with the illness to Sam Waits with the flu, so Sam's not available. Her sister also has the flu, as I understand it. Olivia Waits not with the JV squad here tonight. So some subs coming in for both teams, and now we're going to get a reach foul, I think, on Cox outside as the ball came high post to Yamani, and the foul on Caitlin Cox is her first. Inbounds play by Loretta. Lobs it into Yamani, collects it back, turns, shoots over the top of 2, missed the shot. Rebound by DeFore. Outlet pass to Cox near sideline with 44 seconds left in the third quarter. Eastmont desperately needing a bucket here, and here's a drifting shot. Good by Emily DeFore. That was pretty. That's a highlight reel shot for DeFore right there.
I think Eastmont needs to keep feeding DeFore inside.
Yeah, just keep going right to her, especially with Rathbun on the bench. Right side, nice job on the defense by Cox there, pestering the ball handler Clark. Left side to Carpenter, outside to Loretta with 13 on the game clock. Shot clock with 10. Loretta wants to drive it herself. She'll take it all the way down, missed the shot, no foul called. Cox on the rebound. Outlet pass to Heimbigner with 1 second from midcourt. Off the mark, no good. We'll take a 60-second break. Get you ready for the fourth quarter. 48-31. Moses Lake in charge. We're back after this on the NCW Live Channel. Moses Lake on top. They outscored Eastmont 14-13 in that quarter. Seemed like it was a bigger
But at one point it was 12-7 Eastmont had outscored them, but that changed quickly.
Cox with it in the corner, lob pass inside to DeFore. Put the ball down and lost it in the scrum. And Moses Lake coming up with the basketball. Here's a drive by Carpenter on the right side. Rims off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound tip to her. Boy, Moses Lake getting all the bounces here tonight as well. Loretta with a shot from the free throw line.
Does
Good.
not miss. He doesn't miss.
Loretta with 12 to lead
Amazing.
Moses Lake. 7:25 to go in the game. Here's a long three by Emma Simpson. That ill-advised there from so far downtown. And that three-pointer misses and goes over to Moses Lake. Substitution, Rathbun comes back in, and so does Mayo. As Crum and Clark take a seat. Loetta runs the offense here as they lead it by 19. That's been their largest lead in this ballgame as they have led throughout. Top, it goes to Mayo. She'll hand it off to Loetta. Loetta bumped by Simpson. Could have been a call there. Now backdoor, beautiful direction, and a foul called as Yamani got the direction from Loetta saying, hey, go. And she did, and Fetter. The foul is on Caitlin Cox. That's her second. That's the 7th team foul on Eastmont, so we're going to have a long fourth quarter as Yamani will head to the line for the second time tonight. She makes the front end of 2, has 6 points.
Jamie Loetta might be the best all-around basketball player we've seen, boys or girls, this season, Eric. That was just a heads-up, great basketball pass. It was amazing.
Second free throw by Yamani off the mark. No good. Rebound picked up by Eastmont. As Emma Simpson will collect it from O'Rourke. Under 7 to go here in the game. Bryn down in the corner. Gave up her dribble. Defense comes. Feeds to DeFore. DeFore lob pass underneath. And Andy Chandler brought it down low and was stripped, but they call a reaching foul, I think, on Yamani here. It is on Yamani. That's her second. 4th team foul on Moses Lake. Inbounds pass baseline right side for Cox. And Eastmont. Bounce pass into Chandler. Maddie works off the pick. Brings it out top to Simpson. Bounce pass into DeFore. Turnaround shot from 7. No good. Rebound picked up by, guess who? Loetta. Loetta coming down the other way. Kicks it outside for a three-pointer launch from Mayo. It's off the mark. No good. Rathbun on the rebound, but we're going to push from behind as Brynn O'Rourke went sprawling to the floor. And the foul going to be whistled here on Madison Clark. That's her second. Good indication there's a foul when somebody goes absolutely flying in the paint.
Clark only a sophomore too, Eric. They have a lot of great players coming back.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Moses Lake going to be around for a long time. Maddie Chandler on the wing right now for Eastmont and rifles a pass across. Kind of ill-advised. Trying to get all the way across to O'Rourke. And stepping in front for Moses Lake was Clark, knocking it out of bounds out to Eastmont with 18 on the shot clock. Inbounds pass comes in as Moses Lake, by the way, to their largest lead now. 20 points, 51-31. Simpson looks at the three. She'll hand it off to O'Rourke. Bryn lobs it in for Emily DeFore. Turnaround shot off the window. No good. And rebound picked up by Rathbun. Cross-court pass here near side. Looking at the three was Mayo. She'll feed it to Rathbun for a 2 from the corner. It's no good. Rebound picked up. Offensive putback on the way by Yamani. Moses Lake feeling it here. Another offensive rebound.
That's 4 for Yamani. 5 total in the game. 4 of them offensive.
Wow. 53-31. 5:40 to go here in the ball game. Bryn O'Rourke off to Simpson. Emma's going to shoot the 3. Rattles won't fall. Rebound tapped away from O'Rourke, who had the rebound. And there's Loetta. Drives down the paint. No look pass off the knees of her teammates. And a big smile on the face of Ellie Mayo saying,
I wasn't ready for it.
I wasn't ready for that. Rare turnover.
Heck, we weren't ready for that.
I've only got them for 2 in this half.
That's right.
Yeah, 2.5, 10 in the ball game of the turnovers for Moses Lake. So they have been just about perfect here in the second half. 53-31, they lead it over Eastmont. Impressive display all the way through for the Chiefs tonight. DeFore picked up by Rathbun out way outside. Gives it up to Cox. Cox picked up by Loetta. Crossover dribble, looking for help. I think she was trying to go to Simpson. Simpson's going to shoot the three-pointer.
Tough shot.
Rims off, no good. Rebound. Loetta again. She's going to have a triple-double tonight. Here's a drive. Shot on the way, no good. Rebound Rathbun with the putback. Lingers in the air, hanging forever. Puts it back for the two.
15 rebounds, Eric.
For Loetta?
For Rathbun.
Oh, Rathbun.
6 of them offensive.
Goodness. Here's a long three-pointer for Cox. It's no good. Rebound. Guess who? Loetta again. 4.5 to go. Lobs a pass across in front to Rathbun. Collects it back here. As it's become a two-person game here almost for Moses Lake. It's the Rathbun-Loetta show. Simpson stepping in front, knocking it into the bench as Moses Lake leads it by 24 with 4:19 to go here in the fourth. Loetta with the inbounds pass here near side. Lobs it in, but the ball stolen away. But then right there is Rathbun. Ball loose. Picked up. Shot from the free throw line. Good. Well, when you talk about bounces going your way, that's case in point right there as Madison Clark collects her 9th point of the ball game. Near side to Simpson with 4 minutes to go. Simpson looking at the three. Instead, will feed to O'Rourke with a drive. Shot on the way for hers. Off balance, no good. Rebound picked up defensively. Back the other way, a 3-on-2. Simpson could have been called for a foul there. The officials kind of swallowing the whistles right now. Outlet pass on the defensive stop to O'Rourke. Bryn stops, looks, lobs a pass into DeFore. Turnaround shot, fade away, no good. And Nia Peasley trying to battle for the rebound. It goes off of her out of bounds, so it'll be out to Moses Lake. Chiefs will bring Camille Carpenter back into the lineup. Ellie Mayo takes his seat. Farrah Sandman comes back in as well here for the Chiefs. She'll collect it high post, go bounce pass on the back door, and they missed the shot, but right there, offensive putback for Rathbun again.
Amazing.
12 in the ball game for Rathbun. She's got more rebounds than points, doesn't she?
Yes.
Or just about even.
I think so.
59-31. Here's a lob pass underneath, going to go out of bounds, sailing away from Eastmont's Emma Simpson, trying to feed Cox on the baseline. And thought we had a substitution coming in.
I did too.
I guess, did it happen?
I don't think so.
Mayo's out there. Now we'll have the substitutes come in. Rathbun with the drive. Down the lane. Lays it up. Good. Wow. Abby Rathbun. 6 in the quarter. 14 of the ball game. It's a 30-point Moses Lake lead. Emma Simpson lost the ball out of bounds. It was touched by Loetta. Substitution here for Moses Lake. Loetta come out and Rathbun comes out. And they'll get a hand here from their coach and high fives all around after a great game here tonight. And I would just sit them the rest of it. 2:41 to go. Here's DeFore with a shot from 13 feet. Misses it, no good. Rebound picked up by Moses Lake. Chiefs got to be, what, 2-1 advantage in rebounds here?
Oh, gosh, yes. Easily. I haven't got the totals yet, but Rathbun 16 total in the ball game.
Goodness. Clark with it. Outside for the Chiefs. Screened by the official here. Mayo had it. Now out top on the drive and the kick. That was Crum that had it. With 5 on the shot clock, 4 on the shot clock. We're going to get a foul called underneath, I think. And I believe this will come against Moses Lake. No, they're going to call it on Emma Simpson. That's her 4th. And to the free throw line to shoot will be Kendall Crum. Substitutions all the way around now. Moses Lake grabbing for their bench as well as Gabby Rios will come in, number 14.
And to answer your question, Eric, Moses Lake has out-rebounded Eastmont 37-16 in this game.
Goodness. Crum with a free throw. It's off the mark, no good on the 1-on-1. But guess what? Offensive rebound again for Moses Lake. This one's chased down by Carpenter. Carpenter on the drive. Left side, stops, pull up, shot, no good. Got her own rebound, put back again. 2 offensive rebounds for her in that set, and the bucket. She's got 5. 63-31, minute 52 to go. Mercifully in this one for Eastmont. O'Rourke looking inside. Bounce pass into Peasley. Nia turns, shoots, scores! Nia Peasley with the bucket. Seems like it's been forever since Eastmont scored. In fact, that's their first points of the fourth quarter.
Wow.
Right side. Ooh, O'Rourke hits the deck hard right in front of us, skidding into the scorer's table. Then comes back and steals the ball away. Nice job by Bryn after falling and skidding across the floor. Knocked it away from Sandman. Turnover for Moses Lake, one of their rare of the second half. Now the ball stolen away back the other way for the Chiefs. As it was Carpenter that came up with it. Now O'Rourke steals it right back again. Now to Peasley. Layup, good, and a foul called. They're going to count the bucket for Nia Peasley. Foul is whistled on Kendall Crum. That's her first. And give Nia Peasley, who's certainly had a hustle game here tonight.
I was going to say that. She just played a really solid game.
Only got 4 points, going to try to make it 5 here, but she has just been, I mean, trying so hard. Hustle, effort, defense, all around for Nia Peasley. She's going to sleep well tonight. Free throw up and missed, and that's the result of just her legs are worn out.
Yeah,
after
she's
all
tired.
the running she's done here in this ball game. Minute 6 to go, 63-35 our score. Moses Lake on top. Running the offense here for the Chiefs is Madison Clark. She'll take it herself all the way to the rack. And nice dink there. That's just a dink. They faked the handoff like she was going to hand it off. Then she just kept it herself. Took it all the way down to the rack. The foul is on Alexa Heimbichner. That's her first.
You have to be a good ball handler to pull that off, Eric.
Absolutely.
And every one of these players can do that. They're so well-rounded.
Talks about a lot of their work in a youth program in Moses Lake in the Columbia Basin. A lot of work off season, summertime. Fundamentals. Second free throw is off the mark, no good. Nia Peasley with another rebound for Eastmont. She's just done well here tonight.
5 rebounds for Peasley.
Heimbichner runs the offense with 51 seconds. It's a 29-point lead for the Chiefs. As Mendoza in there for Eastmont. It'd be great to see her get a bucket. Right side it goes. Turnaround shot off the window. No good for Cunningham. Rebound picked up defensively for the Chiefs. As Carpenter comes up with it, she'll feed it off into the hands of Clark with 31 seconds left. So they'll run a little give and go out top as they go down in the corner with it, with a turnaround and a feed underneath for Sandman. The ball stripped away from her, and a pickup there by Eastmont as Heimbichner will come up with 16 with 15 seconds. Now shoot the three-pointer off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds. It is off of Moses Lake and out to Eastmont with 12.1 seconds left. Be cool if they ran a set here for Mendoza.
It would.
To get her a shot. Brenna O'Rourke has the ball in hand. Mendoza comes through. They feed it down to her in the corner. She'll kick it back outside with 9 seconds with 8. Heimbichner has it with 7 with 6 to Peasley with 5. Peasley stops, feeds to O'Rourke with 3 with 2. Three-pointer goal!
Why not? Why not?
Well, they were few and far between for Eastmont here. In fact, only 7 points in the fourth quarter for the Wildcats as they fall to the Moses Lake Chiefs here by a score of 64-38. We're going to take a break and come back, get you some quick scores in this one, and then we'll get you to the news and get you ready for boys basketball. We'll take a quick 30-second break, come back with the stats, and send you to the news coming up next on the NCW Life Channel. Moses Lake downs Eastmont in the girls game 64-38. They outscore the Wildcats 16-7 in the fourth quarter. Eastmont led by the 13 points of Caitlin Cox, 8 each for Emily DeFore and Brenna O'Rourke. Meanwhile, it was a well-balanced attack for Moses Lake here tonight as they have 4 players in double figures led by the 14 of Abby Rathbun, 12 for Jamie Loetta, 10 each for Ellie Mayo and for Madison Clark. Rebound situation big time in favor of Moses Lake as well.
Abby Rathbun had 16 herself, 38-17 in the ball game. Jamie Loetta, 8 rebounds to go along with her points. Great player.
Moses Lake remains undefeated, improves to 10-0 on the season, 3-0 in Big Nine play. Eastmont falls to 6-5 overall, 2-2 in the Big Nine, losing it here by a final of 64-38. We'll come back with a boys game next. First, your latest local news from the NCW Life Channel. We'll be back from Eastmont coming up.
Thanks for joining us for Eastmont Wildcat girls basketball on the NCW Life Channel. Today's broadcast was brought to you in part by the Wenatchee Racquet and Athletic Club, the Windmill Restaurant, Les Schwab Tires, Confluence Health, TC Slingers, and the Walkabout Grill. We now return to our regular programming on your source for local sports, the NCW Life Channel.